Okay, so let's explain to everybody. So a tenant, a big corporate tenant, signed for a 15-year lease. After 1 year, they realize we don't want this place, it's not working for us, but they're stuck because they have a corporate guarantee, they have to continue paying. The owner of the building saying, I want to sell this building, but this tenant that's not operating, that has gone dark, is going to continue paying for 14 years because we got them on the hook for the 14 years with the corporate guarantee. And the 14 years, when you calculate how much they're going to pay for the 14 years, is $2.1 million in lease income. So what's the fair discount? So if you call that tenant and say, okay, you got 14 years to pay 2.1 million. Every year you're paying so much. How would you like to cash out now? I'll give you a discount. What will be the discount that they would find fair? It's a win-win for both. Usually 50 to 60% of the lease. So on that 2.1 million, they'll pay you maybe 1 million to maybe 1.2 million. They will strike a check and say, here, get us out of the lease, and you will sign saying you're out. So now you're trying to buy this building. The owner is asking for a lot of money because they have a lease for 14 years with a corporate guarantee. And they say, I'm selling this building because it's bringing income for this amount of money at 5% cap. That means 5% cap. So it is what? 1, 2, 3, it's about 4.2 million. Am I right, Billy?
He ends up wanting $2 million for the building. The income is, the NOI is about $100,000 a year. And yeah.
So he wants $2 million for the building?
He wants $2 million for the building. What the opportunity a little bit is the fact that if I can get the dark tenant to give me $1 million, now I'm getting a better deal on the land, so to speak. And if I can find a Raising Cane's or an In-N-Out or a Burger King or whatever, then I've got a win-win for everybody.
This is a beautiful deal.
Yeah.
Because at $2 million, let's say you pay 2.1 million, bang, okay? You got it, and then you call that tenant that's there, and you can tell them, if you want to cash out, you're going to pay me 2.1 million through the years. I tell you what, I'll cash out if you give me 1.2 million now. Right. So it's like you got the building at 800,000. But I'll tell you why it's interesting. Because when you're actually gonna buy the building at 2 million, you simultaneously ask to negotiate with the existing tenant that has gone dark, and you tell them, I'll get you out if you pay me, let's say, 1.2 million. Right. And they say, okay, we'll pay you 1.2. You're gonna be the new owner? You say yes. They pay you in escrow the 1.2. You buy the building for 2 million, so a lender will come in with 800,000 only.
Yes, awesome.
But a better way is to put it under contract, start smiling and dialing, lining up another tenant, and when you have another tenant coming in, that's when you close the deal and make all the pieces come together.
Love
the existing tenant that's paying and they're not operating will pay you. The new tenant coming in will increase the value of the property. The seller wants out. And you know why the seller wants out? He's a typical clueless owner of a triple net building. They don't know how it works. They don't know how to bring tenants. They don't know how to replace tenants. They don't know what to do with a gone dark person. I mean, I've had tenants that want to go dark. I made $1 million renegotiating their deal. They paid me $1 million and I kept my building and I got another tenant.
Love it.
This guy's not even thinking normal.
Right.
And that's what we like. Money is made with someone who has the knowledge and can take action versus someone else who just doesn't know and wants to take the least amount of action. So this is pretty good. This is pretty cool deal, Billy.
Appreciate it. I wanted to thank you. I've been a residential guy for 30 years and I've been in your course for 3 years, and I'd be clueless of where even to start on this deal without your help. And I just want to say thanks.
Thank you, Billy. You're very creative. I remember last year you had this incredible deal with the gas station and stuff. That was just amazing stuff. You really think outside the box also. So great stuff.
Appreciate the answers.
Thank you. So your follow-up question was, what kind of agreement or contract can I use to lock in this potential deal? And really, the best way is to put the property under contract. This guy wants to sell it and start getting some other tenant. And I'm going to give you another backup scenario. Let's say you line up another tenant, and then all of a sudden things are not jiving. Like the seller doesn't want, or they want cash, or your time is running out or whatever, but you got a tenant interested.
Right.
You can go to the actual dark tenant, the tenant that's paying and they're dark, and you call them and say, I'm Billy Odell. I got a property that I understand you're paying on it for the next 14 years, 2.1 million you're going to be paying because you keep paying monthly, right? That's what total, yeah, 2.1
That's
million.
right.
And you can tell them, how would you like me to arrange a sublease for you? Now, they're going to tell you if they can sublease it. Usually any existing tenant can sublease to another tenant. And if that other tenant doesn't qualify financially, they will stay on the hook for the corporate guarantee, but they're going to get out of the obligation of making the payments.
The actual money.
You can make the deal whether the seller is cooperative or not, because that tenant that has gone dark is going to cooperate with you and they're going to pay you a lot of money. Or you can even become the sub-tenant and then sub-tenant. We've done it 3 levels before and then lease it again. Anyway, many layers to it. We can help you get it done.
Well, I didn't know who else to ask but you. So I'm so glad you're out there. What a great program.
Thank you, sir. You're very kind. You made my day. Thank you.
All right. Y'all take care. It's good to see you, Ashley.
Bye, Billy. Thank you.
All right.